Hi everyone, Todd Peak Appliance. This will be part 2 of the Wolf Range relay board replacement. Here's the new one I have in place, and the old one's over here on the counter. This is the space that it came out of. It's really tight and it's kind of tough to work with. I use various different angle, mainly this guy, because this one's a little bit too big to fit in there. You can see my ground cord, which not everybody uses them. I like to use them. So, and here's the old one. Here's the actual failure. It's this solder blew out, and that's the basically 240 side of your electric oven. This one is a dual fuel. You can see it's a gas cooktop, and then electric in here. So a couple things to note with this. Well, actually, go over here. Here's the console, and basically there's a wire harness that goes from there to the communication control, which is this. This board's actually good. It's a pretty greasy area in there. I've already vacuumed it once. I'll probably go back and take a brush and just try and clean it up a little bit more. For the most part, it's almost 20 years old. So, but on the last video, we touched on how you have the reset in the back, which I didn't need to access this time because I already knew that was good. We metered that. And then let's see, one of the other things, here's your wiring diagram, which is actually stowed in this area under here. So I'm going to put these components back in. Really tough spot. I probably won't do all the screws just to save some time on the video, but just to show you how it goes in there. I guess one more thing here before we put it back. This one, it kind of looks complicated, but it really isn't. Everything kind of goes in order from this side, and then once you get to these relays, they're all numbered. So it's kind of tough to mess it up. Plus they were measured out. You can see how they're pre-bent like that. Or not pre-bent, but they hold form like that. I did take a picture before I started disconnecting stuff, and I recommend I do that on everything, but I haven't really had to refer to it, which is nice. But yeah, take pictures all the time. Easier. This one does come with a little bit longer communication cable. You can see how the old one is here. This one's kind of short, so I just use that. Some people may just go ahead and solder the board, but I've been told by a couple different electrical designers, technicians in-house for the companies, that it's a good idea to go ahead and replace the board, because sometimes they do updates on them. There are slight changes between the old one and this new one here, so it's probably going to be tough to get parts for these. So I figure we'll replace it while we can. Customer didn't really have an issue with that, so just go ahead and give him a new one. So this slides into place, and similar to that one, they use tracks and offsets here, and this is where I clean them all out just to keep the airflow going under there. So and that's pretty much it for this one here. We got our new communication here. Plug that in. It's just mainly it's difficult to get at. This is probably one of the more difficult machines as far as access goes. So, but basically the same rules apply to all ranges. If you're not getting the voltage there at the proper points, you got to figure out why, and it usually refers to this here, to either the high limit on the back, which we already checked, or in this situation, it's actually that relay is the one with the bad solder underneath. So yeah, all your solderers out there, you could probably solder that from the underside and probably not have an issue, but like I said, in this situation, I did replace. So you can see the tight squeeze there. There's I think 5 screws for all these, so I'm not going to bore you with that, but basically just get somebody with small hands to have a little bit easier time. I kind of have big hands, but one of these guys, the offset, and yeah, I put them all back in because there's a big fan in the back there, your control cooling fan, which will make this rattle, and the less noise the better. This one also has dual convection fans in the back there too, and so there's a bit of rattle in here, so you want to keep everything tight. But that's that, and basically we showed that the other day, how this the console goes right over this, sits on these grooves there, so pretty straightforward from here, and that's what we got going on. So hope we helped you out in some way there, and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.